Welcome back to Thunderstone Quest. We're playing A Mirror in the Dark Part 3, and let's continue on. So we're going to go over to Smorga's Lair. We're rolling one die and see what happens at the start of our episode. Alright, we need to roll one die. We're sitting here. This is the start of our second turn. So let's see what we get. And we get a purple symbol, which, if we consult the lovely thing here, we can either take 2 wounds or have 2 marauders. So I think we're going to have 2 marauders. She's sending in a couple of goblins to attack our town. Again, D&D minis. So I'm going to put them up in the upper right corner of the board, showing them on their way in town. So yeah, I didn't want festering wounds in my hand. Alright, let's go over to our player mat and see what we have for cards. And then we're going to begin our turn. Alright, we have a couple of marauders on our way into town. We have 3 experience at the moment, 1 iron ration. I should also mention iron rations can be spent as 1 gold each, as well as giving a hero +2 strength. So we have a couple of adventurers. We have a dagger, another adventurer. We have Joba, who has spoils, which is nice. We can level up a hero after a fight. And we have another level 1 adventurer. So it looks like we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 attack, which is not a lot. We have 2, 3 gold. So let's go to town and see what we're going to do there. Alright, so we're in town and we got a couple of goblins on the way. They're on the outskirts heading in from the wilderness. The first thing we're going to do, of course, we are going to go to our usual spot, the marketplace, which allows us to draw a card. So we're going to draw a card, and we got a Thunderstone stave. So we have 1 light, not 2. So we're not going to be able to level up our Bloodhound at the end of our turn, which is unfortunate. Alright, what do we have? That gave us some extra gold. So we have 2, 3, we have 5 gold. So we can heal a wound, level up a character, buy a card. Do we want to level up a character? How many attack? We only have 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 5 attack. That's really... Oh, it's enough to take out the Goblin Potion Tester. So I think we're not going to level up one of our characters, because then we have to discard it, level up to another character. Alright, we're sitting with 5 gold. Let's see what we want to buy with 5 gold. Can get a bow. Short bow doing 2 damage. Elves get +1 damage. Rogues are -1 requirement. Or we can get a Tome of Knowledge. Or we can also get Amulet of Improvision. If you have a rogue, draw a card. Oh boy. Decisions. Let me think about it. Come right back. Alright, I've made my decision. As our Bloodhound, our first one dungeon ability is you can pay 5 gold, which we have, and we can end up getting 2 attack and a light, which would mean we can level up again, because we would be going into the dungeon with 2 light. So I think we're going to not get anything, which might be a bad idea, but we're going to use our Bloodhound ability to do that, to go ahead and do that. So I think that's what we're going to do. So we're just going straight to the dungeon, but we get +2 attacks. We're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to have 7 attack this time. Or is that going to do us any good? You know what? It's not going to do us any good to pay our 5 gold to do that. I'm just looking at the dungeon board, because we can't get down to the second level of the dungeon. The only thing it'll allow us to do is level up again. I don't know if it's worth wasting 5 gold just to be able to level up again. So you know what? We're not going to do that. We're going to go ahead and spend our 5 gold on a bow. We're going to go ahead and get a bow because it gives us extra gold to attack. So we're going to go ahead and spend our 5 gold on the bow. So I was really thinking of using it, but it doesn't do us much good in the dungeon. Alright, now we're heading to the dungeon. So we have an adventurer with a dagger, and the dagger with a 0 level adventurer lets you draw a card. So we get another card. We get another Thunderstone staff. We can level up because we have 2 light. This is so good. Joba lets us level up a 0 level character at the end of the fight. Alright, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 5 attack, 2 light, and Joba. Let's keep all of that in mind. Over we go to the dungeon, and let's start taking on some of these monsters. Alright, so we are going to go take on the Potion Tester in the Abandoned Gates. We're really heading into the Abandoned Gate all the time, but it seems to be the best place to go. We do have a total of 5 attack. He has no resistances, so we'll be able to take him out. And his special thing with the little triangle here is if you move through this room, you gain a wound. We're not moving through it, we're moving into it, so that's okay. So he's just basically a level 1 monster, taking 5 hits to take out, which we have. So boom, he is gone. And we're going to get 2 experience and a healing potion. So healing potions let you heal 1 wound. And we get 2 more experience, which is also nice. Boom. And keeping in mind now that we've defeated him, we also have Joba with us, which says, spoils, level up 1 hero paying the cost. If they're a 0 level hero, you just pay nothing, which is nice. So we are going to take one of our level 0 heroes, and they're basically out of the game, and we're going to level them up to, I think we're going to level them up to a Halfling Rogue. So here we go. We're going to level up to Halfling Rogue, doing 2 magic damage, level 1. Boom, that's going to go to our discard pile because we've leveled up a 0 level character. Alright, so we're going to grab our spoils, and we're going to put them on our player mat, and then we're probably going to have another turn. Alright, so we return successfully from the dungeon, and we're going to get our healing potion, and we get 2 more experience. So now we have 5 experience, which is nice, and we need to drop 6 new cards for our next turn. 1, 2, 3, 4. Of course we have 5, so I have to do some shuffling. We get a dagger, we get a adventure, we get Stormhand, and Bree. Alright, not bad. We have to shuffle this though, because we need 1 more card to go. Alright, it's all good. Good stuff. And the 1 more card we get is, wow, we get Skating, we have our 2 heroes now. Right on. But, of course, at the end of the turn, we have to move the turn marker, so let's go ahead and do that. Okay, so that was the end of the turn. You know, I think what I'm going to do, I think I did this in the previous playthroughs, I'm going to, at the start of every episode, we're going to move the turn marker. It just kind of, I know you're supposed to do it at the very end of the turn, but it doesn't really matter because then you just go into the next turn. So that was the end of a turn. So we're going to do 1 more turn for this episode. So we're basically going to turn 3. So I'm not going to do this at the end of the episode. We're going to move this at the beginning of every episode. If you follow the logic there, it's really the same thing. All right, we're starting now turn 3. So we're going to roll 1 die. Let's see what happens. And we roll 2 Marauders coming into town, which reminds me, I forgot to do the end of turn 2 with the other Marauders coming in. So let's conclude that first, and then we're going to add 2 more. I knew I forgot something at the end of the turn. We did defeat 1 level 1 monster, and so we defeat 1 of the characters coming into town. The other one, though, is going to go do 1 damage to our town, so let's get the 1 damage done. You think I would be more organized, but obviously I'm not, because I'm trying to get these episodes out. We haven't replaced the monster in the Abandoned Gate, which we're going to do here in a second, too. Alright, what gets hit this time? The Arcane Wonders takes a hit. Okay. The Arcane Wonders, you can go here, pay 10 gold, and get a reward card or a treasure card. Those are so good. Alright. Let's replace the Abandoned Gate monster. We've already rolled our die for the start of turn 3. And so by rolling that die, guess what? We get 2 more Marauders heading our way for turn 3. So I put them up there in the wilderness. Alright, let's replace the monster. And then it is the beginning of turn 3. And I hope I'm not confusing the heck out of you by bouncing around, doing things slightly out of order. So we get another Goblin Warrior. We've seen him before. The Abandoned Gate is now populated. Alright, we're going to town first at the beginning of our turn. And if my head were not attached, I don't know if I would ever be able to find it. We had 2 light, and we defeated a level 1 monster. And by doing that, we can level up our Bloodhound. But we have to spend 1 experience to get him to rank 2. We have 5, so we're going to spend 1 of our 5 experience. We're going to level up to rank 2, which gives us another ability. It says you may now ignore those triangle effects, which is great. We can just ignore them. And it says when you roll the die, if you roll a +1 card, you also resolve your hero ability as if you rolled a chalice. So now if we roll the +1 card, it's the same as the chalice. And what that does is it gives us 5 gold to spend either in town or the dungeon. Oh my goodness. All right, we are caught up with everything. I hope. Sorry about that. All right, so we've rolled the die for the start of turn 3, which means we got 2 Marauders on the way. I don't like taking Festering Wounds into my hand. They clog up your hand, which is this here. They add plus to the monsters. They're just not good. I don't want to clog up my hand, so we're going to have the town get beaten up a little bit instead. All right, we can heal a wound. Don't have any. We can level up a character if we want. We can buy 1 card. And of course, first thing we are doing, we are going to the marketplace. Always going to the marketplace. Why? Because it lets us draw another card. So we get another basic hero. All right, so total amount of gold we have is 3, 4, we have 5 gold. And we will end up having 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We could have 9 attack, or we could take one of our 0 level characters, level them up for 2 experience into something else. I think we're going to do that. We're going to dump him off. We're going to spend 2 of our remaining 4 experience, and we are going to level up into, we're going to level up into Pylorian. So we are getting another hero into our midst. Okay, now we have 3, 4, we have 5 gold to spend, and with the 5 gold, do we want another bow? Now with 5 gold, we can also get 2 attack and plus 1 light for the dungeon. That would give us 2 extra attacks. So we'd have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We could have 10 attack going down into the dungeon. We could probably knock out one of the spiders, which would be actually really, really beneficial for us. Yeah, I think we're going to do that. We're going to go ahead and we're going to use our 5 gold because that's our first ability. Actually, I don't need to spend 5 gold. I only need to spend 3 to get plus 2 attack. And we need the... Oh no, we do need the plus 1 light. All right, we're going to spend all 5 of our gold. And we are going to get plus 2 attack and 1 light because that's our first ability. We can pay 5 gold to do that. Off we go to the dungeon. And so we have a adventurer with a dagger, and that means we get to draw a card. All right, and we get another dagger. Oh, this is so awesome. We have another basic adventurer and another dagger, which means we get to draw a card, and we get a bow. Can we use the bow? Actually, he can use the bow because he's strong enough. This is all working out good. Or we can actually give... Scythian's a halfling rogue. What do we get for a rogue? Rogues are just -1. We don't have an elf. So it doesn't matter. We're going to give it to Stormhand. And yeah, so Stormhand can use the bow. So that's going to be another 4 attack. Wow, we have a lot of attack. This is going to be crazy. 2 magic attack from Scythian. And one, not 2, from Bree. So we end up with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We have 11 attack and 1 light. Let's head to the dungeon. All right, this is actually extremely good. So our hero is able to go from the wilderness through this room because there's no effects going through here. We can ignore the triangle effects anyway, and we can make it all the way down to the sunken well, where we have a demon spider. And it says gain a festering wound for each of your treasure cards. We don't have any, so we're not going to worry about that effect. He is going to take 9 attack to take him out, 9 regular attack to defeat him. We have 11, including, we have 9 regular, 2 magic, so we can easily defeat this guy. And we're going to do that. So it's going to give us 3 experience, a treasure card, and a lantern. So boom, we get rid of the spider, and he's a level 2, which means both of those marauders are also defeated, which is nice. So I'm going to get rid of them. So the 2 marauders that were coming into town, because we defeated a level 2 monster, boom, out of here. All right, let's get our spoils. So we're going to get 3 experience, 1, 2, 3 experience for taking them out, and a treasure card, and we also get a lantern, which gives us plus 1 light. And a treasure card off the top of the treasure card deck. These are so good. Oh, what the heck is this? Let me get my glasses. I apologize. Let's have a look at it. It's the Prismatic Spray. It's a chaos spell. Dungeon. Whoa! The magic on the Prismatic Spray is equal to 1d6. Wow! So we just roll a 6-sided die. You can see them here. The big chunky 6-sided die. And that's how much magic damage we do with the prismatic spray. I love it. That was actually awesome. Okay, we're gonna grab all our spoils and put them on our player mat. If I can pick them up. And yeah, so I'm just going to do that off screen here. So we'll take a look at our player at the end of the turn because we have to drop new cards anyway. Because I want to replace the spider right now before I forget, because these are things I forget. So what in the heck? We have a phase spider. 7 attack, 2 magic resistance. Oh boy, destroy each wielded weapon after the battle, gaining 1 festering wound for destroyed weapon. Oh my goodness, that is brutal. All right. Back to our player mat. We're going to drop our hand for the next episode, and I am not going to move the marker on Smorga's Lair. We're going to do that at the start of each turn instead of at the end. All right, we're discarding all of our cards, and wow, we had a really good turn there. We didn't have 2 light though, so we cannot level up our Bloodhound. Don't want to forget that as well. We're going to drop 6 new cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we have 2 Thunderstone stays. There's 2 light Joba and 2 regular recruits, adventurers. Yeah, not bad, not bad. And then we get 1 more card because we're still fully healed. Oh, we were supposed to take a wound, I believe. I forgot that. Yes, the spider, sorry, gave us 1 wound. See, I'm forgetting things. But we're still drawing up 6 cards anyway because we're still at the 6 marker. All right, 1 more card. And what do we get? We get Bree. So we have Bree and Joba. Nice. Which means we could re-roll the dice if we want on our next turn. So let's take a look and see what we have. So we have Bree lets you re-roll the die. We have 2 light. Joba gives us spoils after the fight. But as you can see, we have very limited attack. But we have 3, 4, 5. We have 6, 7 gold. So we can buy attack with our gold again because we're the Bloodhound. So we might have to actually do that if we want to succeed. All right, that's going to be our cards for next turn. We're going to go to the main board and we're going to wrap up our episode for today. All right, so we defeated those 2 Marauders coming into town. So our town didn't take any more damage. Couldn't quite level up our Bloodhound to level 3. We're sitting with 5 experience. We have 1 healing potion. We have an iron ration and a lantern, which will give us +1 light. We're not going to use the healing potion because we get to heal 1 wound every turn anyway, so that wound will go away. All right, and we're going to move the marker at Smorga's Lair to turn 4 when we start at the start of each episode instead of at the end. So thanks so much for watching along. Thanks for your comments, your subscriptions, your likes. This is Thunderstone Quest, A Mirror in the Dark Part 3, and we have to ultimately defeat Smorga. Can we do it? I don't know. I guess we'll find out. I do like this game. It's quite fun. So thanks so much. We'll see you tomorrow. I'm trying to get these out every day for the continuation. So I hope to see you then.